The sun did not curse this place. It died as so many things die in the fires of greed. Hello and welcome to the Grove. Some background before we begin the comic Ryze the Burning Lands. This story takes place in Shurima and focuses on one of the world runes from the Rune Wars. The Rune Wars were historical wars where the mortals of Runeterra used world runes to fight each other. These wars were so brutal that they erased multiple civilizations, land masses, and much of their recorded history from the face of the planet. This was around 13 years before Noxus, and you can really think of runes as nukes but for Runeterra, and you can imagine the fallout of a nuclear war. It's the whole reason Demacia fears magic and established a home around the petrified forest which nullified it. But let's focus back in on Shurima itself, and I'll give you some background so you can better understand the comic if you have no knowledge of the lore of Runeterra. The shifting tides of the desert have been known to carve paths through the bare rock, tumbling over the cliff faces and massive sandfalls. One such location is the Zoantha Cascade, and we'll see this location in the story. We'll also see some creatures, Skalashi and Dormoon. Skalashi are hardy beasts of burden common across Shurima. As for Dormoons, some Shurimans choose to live their nomadic existence atop these giant slow-moving creatures. Dormoon evolved to survive the perpetual drought and harsh conditions of Shurima. Some characters of note in this story are Ryze, Brand, and the Dormoon Riders. Dormoon Riders use claw grips to traverse the complex series of ropes that connect the mobile village's dwellings. Once a rider becomes too old or infirm to run the ropes, they are lowered to the ground to live out the rest of their days as a land dweller. Ryze is widely considered one of the most adept sorcerers on Runeterra, an ancient, hard-bitten archmage with an impossibly heavy burden to bear. Armed with immense arcane power and a boundless constitution, he tirelessly hunts for world runes, fragments of the raw magic that once shaped the world from nothingness. He must retrieve these artifacts before they fall into the wrong hands, for Ryze understands the horrors they could unleash on Runeterra. Brand was once a tribesman of the icy Freljord named Kigan Rodhi. The creature known as Brand is a lesson in the temptation of great power. Kigan betrayed his companions and seized it for himself. In an instant, the man was no more. His soul burned away, his body a vessel of living flame. Brand now roams Valoran in search of other runes, swearing revenge for the wrongs he could not have suffered in a dozen mortal lifetimes. So now you should have the background to better understand the comic. Let's begin. Ryze, the Burning Lands. Shurima, the Fallen Empire. I have scoured the world's shadows. I have watched civilizations rise to greatness, born from nothing but hopes and dreams. I have seen others fall into darkness, lost in time's tides, forgotten. Yet one thing never changes. He paid us in gold. He's got more on him, I'm sure. And that scroll must be worth a fortune. I say we cut his throat, divide the spoils. Let it be so. The weakness in every beating heart, the hubris, the greed. Enough of this. Spill a sorcerer's blood, and you bring down 7 generations of strife upon the tribe. And yet, not all hearts beat to the same rhythm. A sorcerer. He will stay with us tonight, but tomorrow we turn north. He will travel with us no further. Thank you. I did not want to kill them. At dawn, she followed me into exile. I felt the first treacherous stirrings of hope. Why do you follow me? Why do you head into the endless plain? Nothing waits there but a lonely death. I have no choice. There is always a choice. Later, you have still not told me why you are traveling out here. And you have still not told me why you follow me. The truth is that I seek something that should have stayed lost. Something I had prayed would remain hidden forever. Yet if the gods are real, they do not heed me. So I must act before others do. Why you? There is no one else. Now tell me, why do you follow me? My mother was a seer. On my 10th name day, she told me I would one day meet a violet-skinned sorcerer, and that I was fated to go with him. Fated? At sunrise you spoke of choice. It is the way of my tribe that the weak and the infirm are lowered to the sands and left behind. Such is the way of things, and it has kept us strong. Once I was my tribe's sun leader, its chieftain, but now my sons lie dead, and twilight calls. My eyes fade, my muscles burn, my bones ache. Another few years and I will be unable to run the ropes. Then it will be my turn to return to the desert. This is my choice, sorcerer. Not to suffer exile as a weakling, but to leave as a warrior with my head held high. And long have I wished to see what lies beyond the endless plain before I see my sons again in the eternal. My name is Kala. I am Ryze. Why didn't I spurn her company? Because hope was a wraith haunting me still, and with time, with training, perhaps this warrior would be the one to take this burden from me. We must not linger here. Why not? Legend has it that the sun cursed this city. The dead do not sleep soundly here. Once it was beautiful, the jewel of this desert. Ivy and flowers hung from the walls of white marble. Birds filled the air with song. Good people lived here. This city fell generations past, yet you speak as if you saw it with your own eyes. The sun did not curse this place. It died as so many things die in the fires of greed. A whole city and its people lost, annihilated in one terrible moment. All that pain, so many lives, now just a forgotten echo of the Rune Wars. We were fools. We thought we could control their power, but no mortal can. Even the greatest of our order were not immune to their lure. That arrogance, that greed, brought the world to the brink of ruin. It can never be allowed to happen again. Too late. The sand burns. What does it mean? It meant what it always meant. Failure, echoing down the ages. He's moving faster. Time is running out. If we are swift, we should reach our destination by dawn. What is our destination? The Zoantha Cascade. What is it that we seek, and why is it here? A fragment of one of the primordial world runes, hidden here many years ago. By whom? That does not matter. What matters is that it is no longer safe. The sun has forsaken this place. It was not always so. When Shurima fell, so too did this land. The earth devoured it, swallowing it from history. Yet you remember. Wait, do you hear that? Can you understand it? It is a tongue long thought dead. I recognize the words for intruder and impure. Twisted remnants of the original inhabitants. They have likely never even seen the sun. Then they are truly cursed. There's something else. One word over and over. Kill. There it is. Yeah. I hope you have a plan, sorcerer. I do. We go through them. Hurry, we must push on. Yeah! What fool thought this was a fine place to hide such an artifact? A fool indeed. I fear time is not our ally. There, hurry! Sorcerer! I do not have time for this. There are too many. Close, so close. Kala, hold! The runic seals that protect this place have not been breached. If you cross this threshold, the wards will destroy you. So it remains protected. Your artifact is safe. No, he could break these seals given time. The world rune must be moved to another sanctuary. Hold them back. I will dispel the wards. Any time now, sorcerer. Almost. It is done. Is it just me? Or is it getting hot in here? What in the name of the sun? Ryze. I cannot let you claim it, Brand. And yet you've already helped me. Shattering your seals always proves tiresome. Sorcerer, you know this creature? You hid the world rune in this place? Who is this, Ryze? Another for you to fail? As you failed, you are a husk of the man I once knew. Enslaved by the power you believe you control. Enough! You and I, Ryze. We were born to wield the world runes. Yet you bury them in dirt and dust and weep over the past. Claim them with me. We will forge the world anew. We will be gods! Gods? Do you not hear yourself? You babble the same hubris that once drove this world to cataclysm. Fall, creature! Kala, no! This is where you've invested your hopes. In a barbarian crone. Mortal. Flawed. Kala. I am ending it, Brand. Ending this echo of ancient failure. Ending you. All these years of struggle, and you are still blind. The world runes cannot be controlled. No one can use them without being corrupted by their power. No one. Cowardness masquerading as virtue. I will tear that scroll from your dying grasp and... No! No! Be still. No! It's mine! So beautiful. Kala, Such power. Such life. Kala, do you hear me? Could it bring my sons back? Yes, but not in any way you would want. Give it to me, Kala. Do not do this. Does this bring back memories, Ryze? What will you do this time? Will you kill her? Can you kill her? Or are you still just as weak now as you were all those years ago? Forgive me, Kala. Take it, while I am still able to give it freely. Thank you, Kala. The runes sustain this place, held it together. We must go. I can't run. Go, sorcerer. I've played my part. I will be with my son soon. No, we leave together. I will find you, Ryze. This isn't over. I will find you. I held it for only a moment, and yet I felt everything. Few can touch such power and surrender it willingly. Another moment, another heartbeat, and I'm not sure I could have. There is strength in you, Kala. Will that creature follow us? No. He expended himself, unleashing his fury. For now, he will slumber. But he and I walk in opposite directions along the same path. Regain your strength, Brand. Boil in your spite and rage. Perhaps, next time, one of us will have the reckoning we crave. I didn't expect to see another sunset. My mother said I would die beside the violet-skinned sorcerer. Perhaps that means we will meet again. Are you abandoning me, Ryze? No. I will return you to your tribe. You are strong, Kala, and you are wise. Your people will need you in the times ahead. You must go on without me, and I must go on without you. Many miles later, I have scoured the world's shadows, an age of doing what must be done. And there are times when the weight of this duty threatens to break me. Times when my memories are as poisoned as the madness burning within Brand's skull. Yet I will go on. I will endure. I will walk this path to the journey's end through sunlight and shadow. There are worthy souls out there, waiting. They could lift the burden from my back. But before I can dream of passing on my duty to another, I must heal this burning wound I carved open so long ago. I cannot ask another to face my sins in my place. Thank you, Kala. No matter how strong or how willing some of them might be, I will keep doing what must be done, because that treacherous ghost, hope, haunts me still. End.
Others say I can't be trusted. Maybe they're right. But the only power I truly have is the strength to let it go.